All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. Hope everybody is doing well this morning. Had a good weekend of fights, I guess. What's going on? Clouded in the building. What's going on, brother? How you feeling this fine? How you feeling this morning, man? Adrian Vent, what's good, man? Malachi Allen in the building. What's going on, man? Viva Tu Vida, salute to you, brother. How are you, sir? Freddie Jimenez in the building. What's going on? Says salute, Martin. Everyone, happy Monday. Hit the like button as you come in. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let me jump on in here, man. We got 22 people in the building. We got 4 likes. Make sure y'all hit them likes as cats come on in the building. Dylan Williams in the building. So what's up, man? How you feeling this morning, man? Good morning, Martin. Big fan of yours. Keep up the good work. Strap season. Thanks, man. Oh, yeah, you know what it is, though. Man, these guys are nuts. Man, if y'all don't stop being such big hypocrites, like seriously, man, these dudes are hypocrites. How in the world can you how can you collect 3 belts and be ducking somebody who has another one? What sense does that make at all? It doesn't make no sense. It's good to fight them for sure. But dude, they're all champions in the division, man. If you are fighting another champion in the division, you are not ducking a champion in the division. That is just plain and simple logic. But they just want so desperately to call Errol Spence Jr. a duck that they will take anything they can possibly find, man, and try to flip it on his head, man, and act like it's obvious. Absolutely the most ludicrous nonsense I've seen or heard in a long time, man. And we're going to talk about that this morning. And we're going to revisit that. We're going to revisit, and also we'll answer any questions you guys got about the great sport of boxing. Mr. Emprise said, good morning, boxing in the chat. For 9, unpacking this boxing. Yeah, man, we're going to do that this morning. What's going on, Giovanni Walker? Top of the morning to you, brother. Ramon Clark in the building. Caden, what's happening with you? Said, what's good for now? Crawford would finally have the right bait to catch the big fish. Errol Spence, when he does, he's going to get thrown he's going to want to throw that shark bait back in the water. Yeah, dog, look, man, that man just come on. Just be fair to people, man. Jeez Louise, man. Y'all are just, like I said, just absolute Errol Spence haters, man. I'm going to adopt the word that y'all want to call everybody else. Be easy in the building. What's going on, man? Ramon Clark in the building. What's happening, man? 50 Band said, Wrench Mob here. Good morning, Fanon. Let's talk that boxing talk. Absolutely, man. Mississippi Billy in the building. What's going on? Said, watch an ad or two also. What you talking about? Yeah, what are you talking about, man? People on the internet just repeat phrases. Yeah, that's people in general, though. Absolutely. Pablo Session in the building said that duck talk crazy. Big Bud fan, but that's wild. He's collecting them gems to have that final battle. Exactly, man. See, that's what's going on, keyboard, man. Shout out to Germany, man. Terry Schmoot in the building. What's going on? So see how Errol went to Al to get that Ugas fight to duck Bud and Boots? Man, dude, look, man. And here's the killer. Terry, I did a video yesterday, right? Reminding people that Jerron Boots Ennis said that he wanted to fight Terrence Crawford too. Because I do my Boots Ennis videos. So I did a video reminding them of that. And you know what these people say? These people are like, oh, you're trying to pass off Boots onto Terrence. Like it is Errol Spence Jr.'s job to fight Boots, not Terrence's. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, how is it Errol Spence Jr.'s responsibility and Errol Spence Jr.'s responsibility alone to fight Boots Ennis? How is that? If Errol can fight Boots, so can Bud. What? But I'm telling you, man, he said also everybody go, oh, yeah, absolutely, man. Y'all make sure you got a busr.ag sign up over there for me, man. Juan DeLeon said Canelo. Oh, bruh said Errol ducking Crawford. What's your argument for that, man? He's ducking him. You can't duck somebody fighting for a championship. You cannot do it. It's not possible. If you're fighting somebody in your own weight division for a champion, you're fighting one champion in your weight division and you're a champion, you cannot be ducking anybody else, man. It's literally not possible, bro. He's fighting a drunk. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're an idiot. Oh, you're just an idiot. All right. I thought we were going to have a real conversation. See you later, dude. All right. Sorry, man. I'm sorry for everybody else that had, that isn't a hater for talking to him and wasting your time. Sorry about that, man. Anyway, come back on something else, bruh. 50 Band says Spence is looking chiseled right now. Bud better watch his words because he will pray for his transgressions, pay for his transgressions, write it down. Strap season. Yeah, man, it is what it is. Well, I mean, I still think it's gonna be a good fight, bro. Why couldn't have EJ and Bud set up Undisputed? Because they don't have all the belts. Big faces worldwide. Undisputed means you're fighting for all 4 major sanctioning belts. That's undisputed when you're fighting for 4 belts. The WBA, the WBC, the IBF, and the WBO. Errol Spence Jr. has a WBC and the IBF. Terrence Crawford has the WBO. Yordenis Ugas has the WBA. So there is no undisputed fight. He said, hey, this is your boy Fono telling the truth. Yeah, that's why you have to have that. He's fighting to get the 3rd belt. Otherwise, if they fought right now, it would not be undisputed. And you know what would happen next? The winner would go fight Yordenis Ugas for undisputed. Which is why what people are saying about him ducking is ridiculous. Because any way it goes, he's got to fight Yordenis Ugas. They're arguing about the order in which he's fighting people. He should fight Terrence Crawford first. But Terrence Crawford shouldn't fight him first. Terrence Crawford gets to do what Terrence Crawford wants to do. Terrence Crawford doesn't have to fight anybody, right? Like what I said with Jaron Ennis, and I did that on purpose because I wanted to hear people say that. I wanted people to say that. Oh, you're putting off Errol Bud on Terrence Crawford. You're putting off Boots on Terrence Crawford. No, Errol needs to fight Boots. Why does Errol need to fight Boots and Terrence Crawford doesn't need to fight Boots? I'd be really interested. Mr. M. Price and Fanon, do you think Boots will or can boost Crawford's pay-per-view? Nah, not really. I mean, Boots isn't that well known at this point outside of hardcore fans. Nah, man, I don't think anything's going to – I think him going over to the PBC will boost the numbers. Fighting somebody like a Keith Thurman. Well, I mean, Boots is, I guess, kind of semi-PBC. You know what I mean? He said, if your name not Canelo, you can't do what Spence is doing exactly. Well, you know what? An example that I use is Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua was not ducking Deontay Wilder while he fought Joseph Parker or while he fought Charles Martin. He wasn't ducking him. He was fighting other champions in the division. I think he had what? The WB. He might have had the W. I think he was the IBF. He had the IBF, and then he fought for the WBA, and then he fought for the WBO. He didn't start ducking Deontay Wilder until he refused to fight for the WBC. That's where the ducking would be. If Errol decided to fight, if he beats Yordenis Ugas, and then he decides, hold on one second, man. Turn this off. This is distracting. And then he decided not to fight him, that would be somebody that was ducking. You know what I mean? He would be ducking if he didn't fight him. Or Bud would be ducking if he didn't fight him. Because, there's still the whole thing is, and Bud got to take the real... Bud got to do something, man. You guys that's why I don't believe these guys. These guys are really fans of Bud Crawford. I just don't believe it, bro. It's for the most part, it's anti-Errol Spence. Giovanni Walker said, this weekend I watched 2 Mayweather fighters, Hawkins and Hitchens at 140. Hitchens is a fighter to watch out for. Yeah, he's a good fighter. You talk about Richardson Hitchens? Yeah, Richardson Hitchens is a good fighter, man. No doubt about it. Absolutely. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much, man. Talk about the same shit every day. Hey, Mo-O, go away. You got something you want to talk about? We've talked about Richardson Hitchinson before, dummy. We talked about that before. What else you want me to talk about? Mo-O, do you have a question you like to answer, or you just want to be mad that this is being talked about? Ask a question, bro. I don't have any problem talking about something else if you got something else you want to talk about. Or do you just want to come by here and complain about what other people talk about? This conversation will move all over the place. But anyway, so Mo-O, let me know what you want to talk about, friend. Or, otherwise, man, just go away, homie. Detroit Raised Me said, why do Bud fans want Boots to fight Spence so bad? They don't care, bro. They don't care. They don't care. You always, Starborn said, 007, you're always dissing Bud. Every video, it seems. Okay. If that's what you think, I don't know what I can do about that, bro. I'm not hating on him, man. I'm talking about a subject. And by the way, what else is there to talk about in boxing right now that is of any significance, bro? It's the end of the year. There's no big fights coming up this weekend. There's no big fights coming up next week. You want me to talk about Jake Paul? You want me to say, oh, yeah, Jake Paul. Yeah, great. Yeah, Jake Paul is, ESPN wants to give Jake Paul the Fighter of the Year. Yeah, he said, yeah, we always talk about the same thing. Man, we talk about 30 different subjects in this video. Anyway, yeah, exactly. You're just a hater, dude. Anyway, Ramon Clark said, people don't know boxing skills don't make you pound for pound. It's the level of competition you fight that makes you pound for pound. Errol Spence all day. No, well, let me tell you something, Ramon Clark. That's kind of like, that's how you do it. Honestly, man, pound for pound should be boxing skills. It really should be. Because a lot of these, first of all, a lot of guys, until you fight, you don't know who's going to win until they fight. And a lot of these guys are not going to be able to fight. And you can't really judge people because they're in different situations, basically just off of that. Because like Canelo. Dude, Canelo is fighting a bunch of champions, right? Oh, Detroit Raised Me said, Fanon, stop talking to these budsexuals. Hey, Johan Green said, greatest mind in boxing and channel. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Quincy Carter in the building. What's going on, bro? Yeah, I'll do that, man. Pablo Session said, what are your thoughts on Morrell? David Morrell at 168, man. He looks very, very good. I like David Morrell, man. David Morrell looks very strong. Very good, man. I can't wait for him to get up there so we can fight David Benavidez, and we can get some of that stuff going on. So some of that stuff you can go on. B-Boy said, Mickey Bay said Devin versus Kambosos looks like it's happening next. Well, hopefully it will. I'm telling you, I think they're gonna pop that. I think they're gonna pop that WBO mandatory out on him. Hopefully it will. Respect My Loop said, what do you think of Tank versus Loma? Tank is starting to get some real fights under his belt. For real, has to start getting some real. Man, I think he's got some real fights under his belt as much as anybody else does. But I like it, man. I like the fight. I think I'll take Tank. I think I'll take Tank on it. Honestly, man, that's like a 50-50 fight for me. Both of those guys are tremendous, very, very tremendous fighters, man. Ricky Thompson says, salute for now, pound for pounds and apples and oranges. Yeah, it's really tough to do, bro. But, really, I mean, how do you determine who the best fighter is? You determine who the best fighter is by how do you like winning fights, and how do you win fights? Effective aggressiveness, clean, effective punching, defense, and ring generalship. So it's the people that have the best combination of those four scoring criteria that should be considered to be the best boxers. And that's what I would say. Hey, look, man, we got 213 people in the building, only 65 likes, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Freddie Jimenez said, why do these haters be hating on Errol after all he's gone through and still kept his word? He was going to clean up 147 to become undisputed. Because, dude, they're hating on Errol Spence Jr. fans. I'm telling you, man, the guys that say this stuff, with the exception of some people, some people just, that's what they think. So, you can't really besmirch people for what they think. They honestly think. But, my take on it is really that they don't like Errol Spence. And they don't like this, that Errol Spence Jr. gets a lot of support. Because Errol Spence Jr. does get a lot of support, man. And people were on Bud's neck very, very hard for a very long time. So they decided that, the scragglers that want to get into the conversation, even though they're not Bud fans, are going to side with Bud just to get at the fans the fans of Errol Spence Jr. Just what it is, man. Like, for example, Tyson Fury doesn't have a lot of boxing. Not a lot of people are Tyson Fury fans. They just didn't like Deontay Wilder and didn't like Deontay Wilder fans, which is why they never talk about Tyson Fury now. Because Tyson Fury won that fight. How many people are talking about Tyson Fury? How many people are doing in American boxing? How many people are actually talking about Tyson Fury now? None. Very, very, very few people are actually talking about Tyson Fury anymore. All they talked about with Tyson Fury, they talked about Tyson Fury because they wanted to see Deontay Wilder lose. That's how I see it. Otherwise, you keep talking about it. I know Deontay Wilder fans that still talk about Deontay Wilder. I'll still do Deontay Wilder. I've still done Deontay Wilder videos, you know. But the people that were hating on Deontay Wilder, they don't support Tyson. They don't support Tyson Fury anymore. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the people that were supporting AJ against Deontay Wilder, they don't talk about Anthony Joshua anymore. They stopped talking about him as soon as Deontay Wilder loses or there's some other subject, they start talking about that. Just like these guys are not Bud fans. That's why Bud's numbers are so. That's why Bud can't sell pay-per-views. If these people were actually Bud fans, they would buy his pay-per-views. But they're not. You know what I mean? They just want to. They're disagreeing with somebody that has a large fan base. Same thing with all this Gervonta Davis stuff. Now, I'm not saying that Gervonta Davis doesn't have. There's not legitimate criticisms of what's going on with Gervonta Davis, right, and who he's fighting. There's legitimate criticisms there. But a lot of these people just hate Mayweather and hate the PBC, bro. There's a lot of people that hate the PBC. And and it is what it, because you will never hear them compliment them, bro. Like, if you find somebody that compliments PBC fighters and they criticize one or two, okay. But like most of these shit, like the guys on these channels, everything is anti-PBC. If you're talking about Errol Spence Jr., they got a problem with Errol Spence Jr. If you're talking about Deontay Wilder, they got a problem with Deontay Wilder. If you talk about Gervonta Davis, they got a problem with Gervonta Davis. If you talk about Jermell Charlo, they got a problem with Jermell Charlo. If you talk about Jermall Charlo, they got a problem with Jermall Charlo. And it goes straight up and down, without a date. And that's how you tell. Because they got a problem with every one of them. Not just one, they got a problem with every one of them. You know what I mean? So, like, if you got a problem with, let me check these likes, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit these likes, man. We got 280 people in the building, 99 likes, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit them like buttons, man. He said that's true because they're sneaky. I'm just telling you, man. What people forget is that there for years had been a concerted effort by the media to talk down on the PBC. Because the PBC got sued by Top Rank, they got sued by Golden Boy. And the media picked sides. The media were talking about how the PBC was going out of business. You know, Eddie Hearn comes over to the United States, and Eddie Hearn is talking about how Showtime is going to go out of business and how the PBC's model is terrible. All of that stuff, man. These guys have been going at the PBC. So they will go at the PBC. They go at the PBC fighters too, man. It's like, it's just what it is, man. You know what I mean? It's very territorial. And that's why I'm not getting into that bashing on Floyd Mayweather Jr. and all of that. I mean, what good does that do to me to bash on him, man? Starboard say you still the best though, but thanks, man. Bud pound for pound for a reason he has fans. It ain't about the fans, it's about his skills. Much love, man. Thank you for that compliment, bro. But seriously, man, there ain't nothing. What else we gonna talk about, bro? Seriously. But dude, boxing, I'm telling you, man, these type of conversations keep boxing floating in a long way, man. That's the only good news that came out of there, man. Look, man, we got 273 people in the building, 123 likes, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Respect My Loop said, nah, Tank and all of them guys at 135 got to start fighting each other. Just a lot of talk coming from them, honestly. Yeah, I mean, well, they're all fighting. It's not like they're inactive fighters, but, you know, they're not going to fight each other. They're not fighting each other. 135 is a little bit different. Detroit raised me. I like Dave Morrell, man. I like David Morrell. I haven't seen him fight a lot, but I like him. Very, very strong, aggressive fighter. I like him. I like Dave Morrell a lot, man. I got to see more. I personally have to see more of him. But I know that he's good enough a fighter. I know that he's good enough a fighter where he's going to be in the mix for them championships at 168 pounds. Respect my Luke. Man, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. We don't have a really big group up in here today, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. It's not we not super packed up in here today, so y'all can do me that solid, man, and hit that like button, man. Bud is not hated. He's just not that popular. Nah, dude. Well, let me tell you something, man. He's had he said, Fanon, I used to feel that you showed favoritism, but after hearing you out, you spit facts. Salute to you in the sport of boxing. Hey, thanks you, Desi Tate. Hey, you know why that is? That's because so many people. I'm telling you, because I'm unbiased. Those dudes are biased. Those guys are biased. The unbiased channels are the most biased channels. You know what I mean? They're like, they brag about being unbiased because they want to call everybody else's opinion biased when they're the truly biased people. Because they are all you can predict what they're going to say in the circumstances. If you can, I'm not saying that alone makes you biased. The fact that what you say is very predictable, you know what I mean? Like, and you got a problem with everybody over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a problem with everybody in the PBC. Everybody. It's always the PBC's fault. Always. If it's Floyd's issue with Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd's the problem. If it's Errol Spence Jr. with Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence Jr. is the problem. If it's Deontay Wilder and AJ, Deontay Wilder is the problem. If it's Jamal and Canelo, Jamal's the problem. You know what I'm saying? If it's Gary Russell Jr., and Oscar Valdez, Gary Russell Jr. don't fight nobody. They do. I'm telling you, they do that across the board, man. They do it across the board, and they don't even realize they're doing it. But if you got a problem with everything that goes on in the PBC, bro, everything, you're biased. You're unfairly prejudiced against the PBC. And I'm telling you, there's dudes that are black. Literally, these dudes, this is a black dude. That dude is so unfairly prejudiced against black fighters, it's ridiculous. It's like, man, will you please take your tap dancing shoes off? You've been wearing your tap dancing shoes so long, you don't realize you tap dancing. You tap dancing, man. You cannot possibly disagree with every black fighter, bro. With everything the PBC. You cannot possibly. Dude, and to say so much so that you'll say the guy that collected 3 belts is ducking a guy that ain't fought nobody in the weight class? Man, stop. Yeah, Tim Bradley ain't. Hey, look. Tim Bradley, my man, Detroit raised me. Let me check these likes, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit them like buttons, man. Hit that, man. Tim Bradley is definitely pro top rank. He is definitely pro top rank, but he'll tell the truth too. But Tim Bradley's kind of come off that a little bit. I gotta give Tim Bradley a little bit of credit on that because he's come off of that a good bit, man. You know what I mean? Tim Bradley's come off that a lot. Tim Bradley has started saying, look, dude, I'm going to start hitting the nail on the head, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because when he talked about Gervonta and Lomachenko, dude, he did not hate on Gervonta. I was honestly, man, I wasn't too surprised but dude, he's been doing, man, Tim Bradley's been calling fights like calling knockout punches. You know what I mean? Calling knockout punches. He said Tim just hates Spence because Spence became his mandatory and forced him into retirement. Yeah, he's doing a little shit talking on that because Terrence Crawford's his boy. You know, so he's riding with. It's like that's like Andre Ward. That's like Andre Ward and David Benavidez. You know, and honestly, dude, I do believe that Andre Ward does not like Canelo. That I do believe, but he probably doesn't like Canelo Alvarez fans because they talk so stupid. They talk stupid. Canelo could have manned up and fought Andre Ward. Canelo could have moved up when Andre Ward was fighting. He was there. He could have moved up. He was a star. He was there. He could have moved up. He didn't move up then. He didn't move up to 168 when Andre Ward was there. You know what I mean? And they just act like Andre Ward is just. They just don't give. Andre Ward ain't never gotten his credit ever from those cats. So, dude, Andre Ward knocked out Sergey Kovalev, man, and these same dudes, I'm telling you, and I'm talking about YouTube, the same guys that were talking all that mess about Deontay Wilder and saying what all the excuses Deontay Wilder was making and all of that about cheating, these guys would actually make arguments that Andre Ward needed to be stripped of his title because he cheated Kovalev to knock him out. Of all of the rabid low blows. Man, these dudes are just full of it, bro. When's that Charlo rematch for 9? I think it's going to probably in the first quarter of next year. I hope, man. You know what I mean? I certainly hope it's in the first quarter next year. Hey, look, man, we got 360 people in the building, 177 likes, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure y'all hit them like buttons, man. Life of Sean said, Bud fans remind me of Pac fans years back, completely dismissing the business. Yeah, man, they kind of wild, man. But it's the same group of dudes. I'm telling you, man. And you know what it is, too? You can also tell who they were because you remember the one fight where Canelo Alvarez became Mexican? Nah, that's not just Frotch, man. That's all these cornballs when Andre Ward is jealous. Andre Ward, he's just jealous. It's not like he's an Olympic gold medalist. It's not like he's a multi-time champion and he knows what he's talking about. He's just jealous. While Canelo Alvarez skips all over the place, man. Come on, man. That just skipping all over the place, bro. Oh, Thomas Davis said Charlo Castano's 2 is February 26th. So they gave a date? Okay, so we're going to start getting these fights, bro. Kenji said it's hilarious how you use this logic when you claim AJ was ducking Bum Squad and when AJ had 3 belts and Wilder never fought anybody. I'm glad you said that stupidity because I never said that. I never said that Terrence Crawford, that AJ was ducking Deontay Wilder, dummy, until he got the 3rd belt. Once you get the 3rd belt, dummy, and you don't fight the guy with the 4th, then you're ducking, dummy. Terrence Crawford Errol Spence Jr. has 2 belts. Dummy. 2. Not 3. 2. Let's count them. Errol Spence has the WBC and the IBF. He's fighting for the WBA. He's trying to get the 3rd. What I said was once AJ got the 3rd, and I have videos still up on my channel, when he fought Joseph Parker, I did not call that a duck. When he fought Vladimir Klitschko for the WBA, I did not call that a duck. I didn't even have a channel when he fought for the IBF against Charles Martin. So, sorry, the only time I called it a duck was when he didn't fight Deontay Wilder. So, and then I already said that if Errol Spence gets a 3rd belt, if he gets a 3rd belt, and it's his fault that the fight doesn't happen. His fault that the fight doesn't happen. Then he's ducking. Because Terrence Crawford can duck too, like asking for 50-50. That's a duck. If he asks for 50-50 and he don't get that fight, that's on him. But thank you very much, bro, for lying. And see, that's another thing. Let's bring it around to that. You dudes lie so much. You take one argument that somebody else makes and then try to come put it on me as if I said it. I didn't say that. There you go. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. All right, look, man, we got 300, almost 400 people in the building, 206 likes, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me, man. Hit that like button for me. Where we at? Hit the like button, man. Wilder knocked out Fury in the 1st. Hey, man, that's water under the bridge at this point. He got knocked out in the 3rd. So that's water under the bridge at this point. No joke, bro. That is water under the bridge at this point, man. Life of Sean said, please don't get into what Wilder would do. The man relies on one punch for 12 rounds. Dude, what is it? What? Why are you into what he would do with what? What did he do for what? Hey, what's going on, Darren? Hey, Darren Griffin in the building. What's going on, brother? How you feeling, man? Wilder's the first to put a blemish on Fury's record. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. I don't want to get into that, man. That right there it's not a depressing conversation because I'm really glad Deontay Wilder got that money. But you forget what all these guys were saying about Deontay Wilder that caused the problem. Tyson Fury. By the time Deontay Wilder got to the Tyson Fury fights, he had already solved all his problems. Because you got to remember what these guys were saying about Deontay Wilder. Nobody knows Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder doesn't make any money. Deontay Wilder's not done anything, but he's never beaten a top 10 opponent in his life. All of the stuff these guys were saying about Deontay Wilder, man, it was bananas, man. It was seriously, it was even dumber than what they saying about Errol Spence. Because for you to say that a man cannot fight for a 3-belt unification fight against this guy, he's got to have a 3-belt unification fight against the guy you want to see him fight. And say he's ducking unless he fights the guy that I want to see him fight. No, man, that's not how that works. And also, y'all been lying for a long time about that side of the street stuff. About him saying he's going to take the easier route. Because what he said that in the midst of talking about making a fight with Bob Arum. He had called Bob Arum smoke and mirrors and said Bob Arum didn't want the fight. Bob is smoke and mirrors. That's what the man said. And then he said, if I can make the fight over here where it's easier to make, why wouldn't I make the fights that are easier to make? That's what he meant. Make the fights that are easier to make. You guys want to act like he said, I want to fight guys that are easier to beat. But that's not what he said. That's not the context of the conversation. And you guys will not listen to the context of the conversation. He wasn't even putting the fight not happening on Terrence. He was saying that Bob Arum doesn't want the fight. Hey, he said, call my promoter, Bob. Here's my phone. You got my phone number. Call my phone. That's what he said. Anyway, Jeffrey Brooks in the building. Much love in that super chat. But how can asking for 50-50 be considered a buck if Al Heyman said the money ain't a problem? Sounds like he about to get 50 to me. Look, dude, you got to watch that video, brother. You got to watch the video. The video is the discussion of how you can go about creating value in a negotiation where you can get the money that you want without talking about a 50-50 split of any particular thing. 50-50 of what? Right? 50-50 of the pay-per-views, 50-50 of the gate, 50-50 of everything. What are you talking about? What are the goals that you have? And how can we make sure you get as much money as you think you deserve for the fight? That's what the video was about, bro. Nobody knows what has come out of the mouth of Al Heyman. Mike Kirkland said, do you think Canelo could beat Beterbiev? I didn't watch the fight this weekend. Yeah, Canelo could probably beat Beterbiev. Much love in that super chat, brother. Yeah, I think he can beat him. Yeah, I think he can beat him. Much love in that super chat. Absolutely, bro. Say, hey, Freddie Jimenez says selective hearing, Martin. Guys, hey, yeah, exactly. They got real selective hearing with that one. Because the man clear, you could go through the conversation. That's literally what the man says. It's literally what he said. Man, matter of fact, bro. Man, let me see something. Hold on one second. Man, there's a lot of stuff to pop. Oh, here it is. Oh, this is old. I was gonna play it, man, but that's all right. Not gonna do it. Because that's not my stuff. Hey, y'all. Hey, man, we got 434 people in the building, 244 likes, man. Y'all, could you, hey, do me a favor, take a second while I sip this water to hit the like button as you come in. Corey H said, I wish Heyman gave interviews so we can know firsthand what he thinks. Man, that would be an absolute nightmare. I'm telling you, I'm glad the man don't talk. I'm glad he doesn't talk. Because the fact that he doesn't talk keeps these guys from twisting his words all over the place, man. That's a bright guy not doing that. That's a very, very smart guy, bro. T.A. Street Heat 2 times TV said, people be hating on your boy Fanon. Y'all got to stop. People be hating on your boy Fanon. People got to stop. Who is that? It's hating on me? Yeah, they know they be hating on me. They can't stand it, bro. Why are you writing Undisputed instead of Unification? Errol, Spence Jr., Ugas sets up Undisputed. Because it does. It sets it up. Ugas and Ugas and Spence sets up. No, I'm telling you what I meant. Set up Undisputed with Crawford. Put Crawford in there. Because if those guys fight, it becomes a unification. It is a unification fight that will then set up Undisputed. So why are people complaining about that? That's what that means. And that is actually true. Ugas versus Spence sets up an undisputed fight. It does. That's accurate. Very, very accurate. But thank you, man. Hit that, hey man, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Much love. Oh, did I get y'all? Yeah, I got my man there. I did. But yeah, exactly. Okay, great. But we want to ask the question about why it can be. It can be because you're pricing yourself out. If he insisted I want 50-50 on everything, I want 50-50 on the gate, I want 50-50, I want 50-50 from the pay-per-views, I want 50-50 from whatever money the network's putting in or whatever it is, he'd be pricing himself out, man. Because honestly, bro, come on. And the dude would have got three belts. All right, hey, let me put it this way. Ask your question. If Ugas wins that fight and Ugas fights Terrence Crawford, that's probably 50-50. That would probably be 50-50 with Bud. But I don't know, man. I just don't think it's right, bro. Starstruck Sports say, you make my morning Uber work go by so smooth. Thanks. I appreciate it. Hey, man, my pleasure, man. My pleasure, bro. Drummer again. He said, I just going to say drummers again. Sitik. Ugas is in a very favorable position to win against Spence. Spence is not the same defensively as he once was before the eye surgery. We don't know. You ain't seen him fight. I think you got to see him fight to know that, bro. Jump those to 300. Absolutely, man. Get them likes up to 300, man. Please, dude. Will Bud be able to avoid the WBA calling the mandatory before fall 2022? Yeah. He just fought his mandatory. He just had one in December of 2021. Yeah, absolutely. He'll be able to do it. He didn't have a mandatory. He hasn't had a mandatory in 2 years. They skipped it. They skipped like 2 years for him, bro. Al Heyman has to have connections if he went to Harvard. I mean, yeah, if he went there for business school, I'm sure he does. Yeah, but he's also he's a very established man, dude. Hey, JB said, Fanon, you saw Parker Chisora, these UK fighters juice to the gills. Oh my God. Dude, Terrence Crawford was like, man, all y'all so big. Yeah, that's the thing that got me, man. He was like, man, I was in, Terrence Crawford was in Dubai, talking about how he saw these fights. Like, man, y'all so big. Like, how you guys so big at these weight classes? It's called diuretics, bud. Like, you know how much Josh Taylor walking around at? Josh Taylor's walking around at almost 170 pounds, bro. Josh Taylor walks around at almost 170 pounds. It's them and he comes down and he comes down to 140. 140 from 170 to 140. And he don't even look, and what? He don't even look fat. He doesn't even look fat at 160. He said that he's about 165. Yeah, right. You about 165. You about 170. So it's like but he comes down to 140. He cuts 30 pounds off. Diuretic. It's called diuretics. That's what Billy Joe Saunders got caught for. Smooth Group Boxing, man. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you much. Thank you, man. He said, congrats to my high school, Dallas Oak Cliff, for winning the state championship in football. That's huge, man. That's big. I know that's big, man. That's big for y'all. Freddie Chin said, much love in that super chat, brother. Al Heyman, Lou DiBella, and Bob Airman are all Harvard guys. Yeah, they got a lot of them. Got a lot of them. But they're the graduate school guys. I don't know if they went there undergrad, though. Packroy said, why? Yeah, and Barack Obama, too. Yep, you tend to do. They got a lot of connections coming out of there. Packroy said, why Bud? And you got to be really smart. No, that's no joke. You got to be a really bright guy. If you don't come from wealth, you got to be very, very smart, man, to get into those schools. Very, 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 very good students. Packroyd said, why Bud fans ain't pushing for them to fight Boots like they were doing with Errol a few days ago? Because they're not Bud fans, they're Errol haters. So immediately, I'm telling you, man, that's why I did that. I did that video for that reason. Because I wanted to hear people tell me straight. I want to hear people say it. Oh, Errol has to fight Bud. I mean, Errol has to fight Boots. Bud doesn't have to fight Boots. Errol's running because they were saying, oh, Boots and Terrence. He escaped Boots and Terrence. He escaped Boots and Terrence. Like he escaped. He's fighting a champion. What do you mean he escaped? He escaped a prospect, and Bud, he's fighting a champion. So when I was like, okay, let me remind them that that Boots also called out Terrence Crawford. And I'm telling you, Cats was hot about it. They were hot, bro. They were hot. They're like, oh, you're trying to put Boots off on Terrence. What do you mean how do you mean put him off? Boots he's ranked in the WBO. Hold on 1 second. WBO rankings. WBO rankings for welterweight. Let us see. Let us see where Boots is ranked inside this. Now, I don't know this for sure before I open it. So, chance I could be out here wrong, but I don't think I am. WBO year is 2021. Month is definitely November because they don't have the rankings out. And the category is welterweight. And let's see where he is in the WBO rankings for welterweight. Jaron Ennis is ranked number 2. He is high. Hey, watch this. He is ranked higher in the WBO. He's ranked higher in the WBO than he is in the IBF. He's ranked higher. Thank you. He's number 2. He's ranked higher in the WBO than he is in the IBF. He's ranked number 3 in the IBF. 3. He's ranked that's crazy. I don't know how they come across that. I don't see how they got that one. But it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. He's number 3 in the IBF. He's higher ranked. He's closer to being ranked number 1 with Bud. Jeffrey Brooks said, yeah, but if Al gives it the okay, the 50%, then it's all worth it, right? I wouldn't say that's avoiding Spence. Spence isn't knocking nobody out to be scared of him. Look, man, if you price yourself out, that's a duck, 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 duck. If you price yourself out. Pricing yourself out is a duck. It's a classic duck, okay? Just like lowballing somebody's a duck. If lowballing is a duck, highballing is a duck. Equal ducks right there. But anyway, man, you know what it is. I don't think neither one of these dudes are doing it, bro. Hey, Caesar TM AMG says, starting my YouTube podcast. Can I get an interview for 9? Hey, yeah, no worries, man. Hit me on my email. Hit my email. Hit me in my email, man. My man Thomas Davis said Ortiz will have a short career if he fights Crawford now. I don't know, man. I think he's ready. I don't think Virgil Ortiz is going to get much better than he is right now. I think he's ready to go. Let's make it happen. You know what I mean? Make it happen, bro. Quincy, you really think Bud ducking Errol for 9? Be for real? No, I never said he was ducking him. Quincy, I never said he was ducking him. Gotta listen, man. I never said Bud was ducking him. It's not an either or. It's not what's going on. Moji Cow in the building. What's going on, bro? It's not an either or proposition, man. Okay? It's not either or. It's not either Bud is ducking or Errol's ducking. I don't think either one of them are ducking that fight. That's been my take for the whole time. I don't think either one of them's ducking. There's just a massive push of PBC haters acting like Errol's ducking. Like the man got it. Hey, dude, the man got in a car accident where the car flipped 17 million times, right? In the hospital. I said, Quincy Carter, listen to what I'm saying. If circle the if makes it conditional. If he does X, then Y. If he does X, then Y, right? Making an algebraic phrase. If X, then Y. If he crosses the street, he is running away. You know what I'm saying? If he did it. That's all I said. If he did it. If he insists on 50-50, then he's ducking. Because that's unreasonable. If. I don't know if he's going to insist on it or not, or whether or not he's just somebody sticking a camera in his face and he says it when you stick a camera in his face. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these things that people are saying, they're saying with cameras in their faces. They're saying, you know what I mean? You didn't say, but I will say it, Bud Duck and Carl Brown. Hey, look, man, I'm telling you, dude, I'm telling you, I am unbiased. I am unbiased. I am calling it down. I'm calling it as I see it. I'm not saying, I never said Bud is a duck. Bud has not had an opportunity to fight Errol. So how's he ducking him? He's not had an opportunity to fight him. Just for real. He's not had an opportunity to fight him. He's with Top Rank. Top Rank, Bud could not get a Manny Pacquiao fight, man. And Manny Pacquiao was in the same organization as him. If he can't get a Errol Spence, if Terrence Crawford cannot get a Manny Pacquiao fight when Manny Pacquiao was with Top Rank, why would you think that he's going to be able to get the fight with Errol Spence Jr. with Bob Arum doing it? Bob wants him to fight Josh Taylor. Bob doesn't want him to fight Errol Spence Jr. because that's a 50-50 fight. Bob Arum is not going to take Terrence Crawford and go put him in a 50-50 fight. Bob Arum and Top Rank make fights where they believe their champions can win. Casanova Boxing and More, man. Much love in that super chat, brother. Hey, he said Keith Thurman is coming back to get his crown. That's what's up, bro. Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. We got 522 people in the building, man. Only 316 likes, man. Y'all make sure y'all get them like buttons. Hit them likes, man. My man, Jeffrey Books in the super chat, man, said you can say Errol is ducking offering Bud 30%. That's the same concept for nine. Yeah, if he insists on 70-30, yeah. I would say that's underpricing Bud at 70-30, yes. But Errol never said that. Errol said he lucky he don't get 70-30 is what he said. Because they said 60-40. That's what I heard come out of his mouth, 60-40. And then Bud said, I'm not doing those 60-40, it's 50-50. And then Errol came back and said, well, he lucky I don't go to 70-30. Dude, Errol never offered that man no set. Yeah, I'm telling you, you got to listen to the whole thing, man. You got to listen to the whole thing, bro. You got to listen to the whole thing. The whole thing. Just like my videos, bro. Listen to my videos. Listen to them. I got 100 characters in the title, okay? I'm going to expand and clarify in the video. And so a lot of times, people will get in the comment section and be like, oh, what are you saying in your time? Man, dude, if you listen to the video, you know what I mean by it. But they don't want to do it. You got to listen to everything, bro. My man Michael Kirkland said Crawford ducking because he's not barking for Spence or Boots fights. They barking for him. Much love in that super chat. Nah, you got to turn on the fight, bro. I think he got turned out. Much love. Thank you so much for the support in that super chat. And also, y'all, man, come on. We got 534 people in the building. Make sure y'all try to get that like to 337 for me, man. Try to get the likes to 337, man. Freddie Chin said, let me back up a little step. Michael Ray II said, I was driving earlier, but AJ did duck Wilder. Oh, he did. He definitely ducked Wilder. Once he got that third belt and he wouldn't fight. That's a duck. Fanon, they said Keith having problems finishing a workout. Yeah, he's out of shape. He's out of shape, man. That man got to get back in shape. All that good money he got in that Manny Pacquiao fight, man. And letting them hands rest. Runtime, he said, man, y'all, Runtime's back, man. One time, y'all got me calling him Runtime. One time is back, man. Runtime Thurman isn't a factor. He looking to get a payday, but he ducked Errol early on, and now the dude claims he doesn't know who Boots is. Yeah, right. Yeah, come on, man. You ain't trying to feed that man the Boots, man. Come on, bro. And yeah, he did duck. He did duck. And you know what I hate? You know why I hate duck? You know what I hate about that? More than anything, I cannot stand he ducked Errol Spence, because now everybody claims duck on everything, trying to rise to the top like Errol did. Trying to be the guy that everybody's ducking. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to be the guy that everybody's ducking. Oh, he's ducking. I'm the best because everybody's ducking me. You still got to fight him, man. You know what I mean? You got to duck him. Luis Ortiz, everybody was ducking him. When somebody did fight him, he lost. So, hey, man, he ain't the best heavyweight. Just because people ain't fighting you don't mean you're going to beat the people that ain't fighting you. You know? Freddie Chin in the building said, Fanon, what are your thoughts on Adrian Bronner versus Ben? Good fight. It's a gimmick. It's a gimmick. They're going to go over there, pay Adrian Bronner a 2-fight deal to go over there and lose to Conor Ben. You know, it's a gimmick. I want to see Conor Ben in there against some fighters that are number one, his size. Because Adrian Bronner said he wanted to get down to 135. You're like, look, man, I ain't know, because Adrian Bronner ain't a 147 pounder to begin with. Adrian Brown is a lightweight, bro, that had no business blowing up like that, man. Hey, Jess said, Fanon so popular, you shouldn't have to ask for likes, especially when he's so engaging. Hit that like button. It's free. Yeah, man, hit that like button, man. I appreciate it, man. I'm trying to get popular. I appreciate y'all, man. Moji Cow in the building. What's going on, bro? He says Spence is still into strap season, and people are having a hard time accepting that. Who's ducking who? Love your content, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. I thank you, and you're right, which is why you know they full of crap. Y'all full of it. Y'all full of it. Y'all full of it. Hey, Daryl Griffin said, Fanon, what do you think about Anthony Yard? I like Anthony Yard. Seems like a good guy. Domestic level UK fighter, though. Will do well in the UK, man. Give you some entertaining knockouts and all of that stuff. Didn't like that Kovalev fight with him, man. I didn't think he was ready for Kovalev. And Kovalev, by that time, was already washed. So, you know what I mean? But we'll see if he gets better. I think they rushed him a little bit, man. Honestly, I think these dudes need American trainers. If you talk to me about UK fighters, dude, they got a lot. They have the talent. I mean, dog, because they got talent. They have plenty of fighters with talent. It's just that, I don't know, man. I just don't know about that training over there, man. I just don't know. Like Katie Taylor, dude, that man, God, dog, you see that last Katie Taylor fight? I didn't know she was that old, though. I didn't know she's 35. Right? People are like, she's older. She's old. Oh, she's older. She's 35. Oh, okay. All right, I get it. That's why she looking a little soft, bro. Conor ain't it. Fanon was impressive. Conor ain't it. Fanon was impressive. What do you mean? He wasn't impressive, you mean? Oh, wasn't impressive? I mean, you know what it is. I mean, look, man, not everybody. He ain't Boots. I mean, he's not Jaron Ennis. I'm not like amped on him like Jaron Ennis, but he's a tough fighter, man. He's a tough fighter. He looked like he got a little chin on him. You know, he's a smart guy, dude. He's very aggressive. He's going to be real fun to watch, man. Casanova Boxing and more. Much love in that super chat, brother. He said, Errol Spence handles are not going to let him take a pay cut, people. Yeah. His handlers ain't going to let, man, because they got to take a pay cut. You know what I'm saying? But it's such a big fight, man. I'm telling you, it's a huge fight. Caden in the building. What's good, man? Make sure y'all hit that like button for me, man. Hey, I'm a beg for my likes. Oh, you're begging for, I need it because the algorithm, it helps the algorithm a lot. It really does, man. It helps me. So, you know what I mean? I ain't here for free. Y'all are supporting the super chats. Oh, let me get my Cash App, man. From yesterday, my bad. As I went out, I saw that somebody had given a Cash App. So let me do this real fast. Supporting the Cash App really helps a lot because it costs me less money. My man, Chris Penn in the building said, please watch this. And I couldn't get the link, man. And then Sev said, how does Floyd, my man Sev Will from yesterday in that Cash App, thank you, brother, said, how does Floyd and Tank go down at 135? Oh my God, Floyd wins by a decision. Floyd wins by a decision, bro. Mike Kirkland said, at least you're not yelling at the chat. What do you mean? What you say somebody yells at the chat? I'm not trying to get mad at you for it. I ain't mad if you don't. But I do appreciate it, man. I ain't about to shout. I ain't about to beat you up. Hey, Mark Tip in the building, man. What's going on, brother? Thank you so much for your support, man. Thank you so much for your support. Say, do you think Virgil Ortiz fights Boots Ennis next? No, they're not going to do that. Crawford versus Thurman is a waste of Crawford's time. Well, he wants that fight. He wants to fight. Might as well take that 50-50 versus Charlo. Hey, man, please let him take that. That would be me hating on him, dog. It would be me hating on him, bro. Because that dog, go up there and be great, man. Dog, them dudes got them getting them belts up there, man. Jeffrey Brooks, thank you so much for the super chat too, man. Thank you. Jeffrey Brooks, and hey, Jeffrey Brooks, man, thank you so much for how much you support the channel. I want to tell you, thank you. Jeffrey Brooks says, so skill-wise, why do you feel that Bud is ducking Errol when you compare pound for pound the knockout, going to the ocean looking for that fish? Errol said he'd rather take the easier route. Jeffrey Brooks, skill-wise, why do I feel Bud is ducking Errol? I don't. I gotta keep repeating to you. I do not think Bud is ducking Errol. I don't. It is not an either-or proposition. I don't think either one of those guys are ducking each other. Terrence Crawford does not have the ability to make the Errol Spence Jr. fight when he was at Top Rank. He didn't. Bob Arum didn't want the fight. Bob Arum was not going to put that guy in there with Errol Spence Jr. because it doesn't work. It's not how he does business. He's going to be willing to put him in there if he thinks that Terrence Crawford, first of all, it's either got to make so much money that he can cash out on Bud, or he believes that Bud has got an 80% chance of winning the fight. Other than that, dude, they're not going to try to make that fight, bro. They're not going to make that fight. So I do not believe Bud is going to duck him. I don't believe Bud ducked him. I don't think Errol ducked him. Dude, Errol has either been incapacitated because of a massive car accident, he's had a torn retina, or he's fought champions or mandatories. He had to fight Danny Garcia because Danny Garcia is mandatory. He had a year off. He had a year off because he was in a car accident, bro. A car accident. You remember that? Boom, 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 boom. Errol Spence Jr. may be dead. We don't know what's happening. He may never fight it. Do y'all remember that? Or do you guys just conveniently forget that? Right? Before that, he fought Sean Porter for the WBC and Unified. Before that, he fought Mikey Garcia because he couldn't get the Sean Porter fight. He wanted the Sean Porter fight. Sean Porter, those guys didn't let him have the fight, so he took a pay-per-view fight. Before that, he fought his mandatory. Errol Spence Jr. has never ducked Terrence Crawford. There is frustration there because we've been wanting the fight for a long time, but bro, neither one of those dudes are ducking each other. He didn't duck either one. I'm telling you, man, you guys think I'm a Bud hater, dude. You guys ain't even, dude, clowns just say that because they're Terrence Crawford, because they're Errol Spence Jr. haters, and I will deflect that, man. I support Bud all the time, man. Lord have mercy, I support Bud. I'm sick of y'all. Except you, Jeffrey Brooks. And he said, going to the ocean looking for that fish. Yeah, dude, come on, man. He walked around, just because he walked around in the ocean, just because he walked around the ocean and talked shit, doesn't mean Errol Spence Jr. is ducking. But I appreciate it. And he didn't, the easier route as far as making negotiations and getting fights done, because Bob Arum is full of ish, is what he said. Your promoter is full of ish, is what he said. But y'all got to come on, man. Anyway, much love in that super chat, bro. And Quincy Carter in the building, man. Thank you, bro. He said, brother let me down for 9. I really liked him at first. Yeah, I understand that, man. I like him too, bro. I still ride with Adrian Bronner, bro. I still ride with Adrian Bronner. Scooter Adams in the building said, your most unbiased truthful boxing talk, hands down. Salute, brother. Happy holidays to you and your family. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Man, but... Man, Fahim Sator with a great point that is hard to refute. Bud ducked the whole division when he re-signed with Top Rank. Yeah, because he was looking for, but no. Manny Pacquiao was still there. No, Manny Pacquiao wasn't even with Top Rank. Manny Pacquiao had already left Top Rank. And he said that Bob Arum was going to get him the Manny Pacquiao fight. He wanted that Manny Pacquiao fight. And y'all forget that. He wanted the Manny Pacquiao fight, bro. He didn't want the Errol Spence fight. Like, that's what I'm saying. You anti-PBC people. Because that's what you are. You're just anti-PBC. I'm going to stop talking to y'all Bud fans. Because y'all ain't Bud fans. Y'all just anti-PBC. Y'all forget that Bud said up until like 6 months ago, he wanted the Manny Pacquiao fight. He went to Twitter, was like, I got a big surprise. Oh, yeah, we got it. Because Bob Arum be lying and saying he's got the fight with Bob. Crazy. He said he couldn't get me the Manny Pacquiao fight. That's the fight he wanted, man. Casanova Boxing and More said, don't sleep on Ugas. Oh, no. Not going to sleep on him. However, that, my friend, is going to be difficult for him to beat Errol Spence, bro. Seriously, man. That's gonna be tough, bro. T.Y. said, no, he didn't. He wanted a pack fight. Yeah, he wanted a pack fight, bro. T.D. Harden said, you should have your own TV show. You know what is interesting? I'm going to tell you, bro, that one dude, Addy from the UK, bro, had a YouTube channel. He might have always been in media or whatever, man. It's really good to see Addy, who had a YouTube channel, doing that stuff on his own. I'm really, man, I won't say I'm proud of him. I never met him, but man, that's really impressive, dude. Because Addy, I didn't agree with Addy on a lot of, because he don't know American boxing for nothing. Like, just for real. He knows boxing. He does not know American boxing for nothing. He's like, who's going to buy Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia? Like, man, come on, man. You just not from the United States. You don't know. Kind of like I don't know what the difference between Sheffield and I could not point Sheffield and Watford out on a map. Save my life, bro. But a whole bunch of people from the UK think they know America. Bearcat Hampton said everybody wanted the Pacquiao fight for the payday. Spence wanted the Pacquiao fight too. He got the Pacquiao fight. He got the Pacquiao fight. He didn't just wait. He got the Pacquiao fight. Corey H said, people calling Thurman washed up after one defeat to an all-time great, coming off a long layup is the reason boxers don't want to take risks. Much love in that super chat, bro. Well, it is. Hey, hold on 1 second, though. Stay right there for 1 second, man. Don't leave. Do not leave the chat. I will be right back. All right, my bad. You know how that goes. Mo, do not start talking shit, bro. That name is outlawed, bro. I'm about to never say that name on my channel again. You know what? I'm going to call him He Who Must Not Be Named, bro. That's the new name for that dude you just put. He Who Must Not Be Named. He Who Must Not Be Named. Jack and Diamond said, Bud thinks he's Steph Curry, not realizing he's Seth Curry. Oh, that's fucked up, bro. Mr. Emprise said, Fanon, since you're so unbiased, how does Crawford beat Spence? I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. Outbox him. Do what he usually does. Try to figure him out and be able to land some big shots and hurt him. I don't see it happening, bro. I don't see it happening. You said pricing yourself out as a duck, Fanon. I did. I did say pricing yourselves out a duck. When they do it, let me know. You know what I'm saying? When somebody actually does it, let me know. Errol got to fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Errol got to price. Devin Griffin said, He Who Must Not Be Named. It don't even come out no more. He Who Must Not Be Named. Voldemort. Cause, hey, you should take that. You should take that and run with that. That's Voldemort. He Who Must Not Be Named around me. I'm tired of y'all. Get away, bro. I'm not doing no more commercials for Voldemort. Not going to do it. I'm sick of y'all with all that dumb shit with me. No more, bro. No more. Caden, what percent do you think do you give Keith to mess up the apple cart with Terrence Crawford? 30? 30? Give him about a 30%. Better than Sean Porter, though. I'll tell you that. Better than Sean Porter. Better than Sean Porter. Better than Sean Porter. DH said, Bud only beats Errol Spence by not fighting him at all. He said, how not to lose? That's not how you beat him. That's how you not stay. That's how you stay at home. That's how you don't fight him. That's how you don't lose, by staying at home. You know what I'm saying? Superman said, people don't see it happening, but the accident must be taking it. No, it don't, man. Look, dude, he's him. Dog, it's possible to get into a car accident and not hurt yourself. Okay, I don't got to put that negativity on that man. I ain't got to put that negativity on that man at all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to put that negativity on him. Justin Booker said all them shots Porter landed, and you think Bud ain't going to whoop that ass and knock Spence out? Oh, and you think Bud ain't going to all them shots? Yeah, absolutely. Because Bud ain't going to land all them shots on you. You think Bud's going to fight like that? Man, you think Bud's going to fight him like that? You don't think, man, Errol was in there. First of all them shots. Do you see all them shots Errol was landing on him? Man, Errol, man, y'all got some revision, man, come on, man. Y'all get the likes up to 500, man. Come on, man. Don't do me so dirty, man. Hit them likes up. Hit them likes up, man. Steve Jones said, Keith Trainer said he can't finish workouts. Yeah, man, but come on, man. Put that in context, man. He said he's out of shape right now. He's going to need 8 months to get in shape, get down and weight, do all that good stuff. Don't worry, man. He'll be okay. He'll finish his workouts. He's been working out for a while. And he's been back in the gym for months now. It's not impossible for him to get back in shape. Terry Schmoot, you brought him up. Voldemort. Much love in that super chat, bro. What about Voldemort? What you want? What you want? He who must not be named, bro. What you want me to say about him? He who must... Hell no. I'm tired of that, bro. I'm telling you that. I ain't talking about Voldemort. No more, dog. No more. I'm not saying that name no more, man. I'm tired of that. Kevin Turner said he doesn't need him, but Spence acts like a diva. Dog, Spence ain't act. How Spence act like a diva, bro? Yeah, I mean, I don't get it, dog. I don't get it, bro. Daryl Griffin said, say his name. I did. There you go. You just can't hear it, bro. You can't hear it when I say it. It don't come out right like that. Kevin Turner says Spence acts like he's Mayweather. Come on, man. How? By fighting everybody? Man, the man is fighting literally the man is fighting everybody. Everybody. Hold on one second. All right, make sure they. Hey, y'all, man, come on, man. We got 500 people in the building, man. Get the likes up, man. Get the likes up, man. The man is literally fighting everybody. Literally. How's he acting like a diva? He fought Sean Porter. The only person he said he ain't fighting is Keith Thurman. That's it. That's it. It's the only person he's not. He's supposed to have already made it happen already. Quincy, because he's fought Ugas. He's fighting Ugas. He's fought Sean Porter. He's fought Danny Garcia. He fought Kell Brook. He fought Lamont Peterson. He's literally, dude, he's going to have 3 belts. He's fighting for his 3rd belt. He's literally fighting everybody. He said he wants to fight Bud. Well, you're not going to give him credit for fighting anybody until he fights Bud? Dude, then don't give Bud credit for fighting anybody until he fights Errol. Bud ain't fighting nobody then. Is Bud fighting somebody? And I'm asking you, is by the way that you say that, by your standards, is Bud fighting anybody? If Errol ain't fighting nobody, Bud ain't fighting nobody, minus something. Because the only person Bud has actually fought worth anything in that division, Errol already beat. You cannot hold Errol. You're holding Errol to an entirely different standard than Bud, and just acting like Bud is Mayweather or something. Man, Bud got to fight too. Thurman was injured. Yeah, I mean, you ride. Corey H be riding with Thurman. That's what's up. I mean, serious, man. That's why I'm saying I'm unbiased, and you clowns are biased. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Okay? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. If Errol ain't fighting nobody, Bud ain't never fighting nobody. Okay? So why don't you just not say that about Errol so you don't have to say it about Bud? Okay? Dummy. Ooh, man, boy, you a dummy. You a dummy, bro. Ooh, you a crash. Logically speaking, what's going on, Richard? Let me tell you something to you, boy. I wish I could say your name, but I'm not gonna. You are logically, what could I say logically? You a bum logically, bro. You a bum, bro. I'm telling you, man, one of these days, bro, you crash test dummy. Exactly. You crash test dummy. One of these days, bro, I'm going to pop up and challenge one of you clowns to a debate. And I'm going to mop the fucking floor with you. I'm just telling you. Mop the floor with you. Because you are so biased. I can make you say anything bad I want you to say about the PBC and then point to somebody on the other side and you won't say the same thing for them. And guess what I done got to do? I don't have to yell. I speak loud, but I ain't got to yell to get you. There ain't going to be no MFs, Bs, none of that. I ain't going to cuss at all. I'm going to ask you simple questions that are going to twist you to the floor because logically, you suck. You used to those playground arguments, boy. You used to them playground arguments, boy. You used to arguing with people. You used to sitting on the park with people and arguing. Nah, homie. I'm going to give you the real deal. Fallacies and all, homie. Richard, Jeffrey Brooks in the bill said, no guarantee Keith will come out the winner. I'm hearing he's losing to his workouts. Much love in that super chat, bro. I'm telling you. Hey, say facts, man. I'm telling you, bro. Sometimes, man, I'm like, man, oh my God. They suck, bro. Suck. Because they're hypocrites. They're literally doing that. Because, dude, every time, I'm telling you, anything that first of all, I never take a stance bad on Terrence. You can never, ever, ever say something I said bad about Terrence Crawford, bro. I just will tell you what I think. And I still say that man ain't ducking. I don't have to say Terrence is ducking to say Errol's not ducking. You dummies are you guys, your mind's on a string. It's like, if Terrence isn't ducking, Errol has to be. It's not true, bro. It could be a case where neither one of them are. Ever thought about that? That neither one of them deserve any criticism for this? Anything? Is it possible? Of course not, because you guys don't think. You see, you guys are, because it's boxing, you think everything has to be a fight. It's not, dude. You don't have to. You do not have to say that this guy's ducking and that guy's ducking when you can clearly see that this guy has a promoter that don't want to make the fight and this guy's fighting other champions. Anyway, Gates music. Mosley lost to Vernon Forrest twice. Vernon Forrest lost to Mayorga twice. Mosley fights Mayorga and KOs him. The fact Bud stopped Porter means nothing. Dude, exactly, because and how about this, Dot? If I, right, watch this. If I take a bat to a door, okay? I take a bat to a door. I say, I'm going to take a bat to a door, right? And I'm hitting, I'm hitting the door with the bat, right? Hitting it and hitting it and hitting it, right? And every time I hit it, it dents. Every time I hit it, it dents, right? But after about, and I got a half hour to do it, okay? I got a half hour to take this bat and break down a door with a bat. So I'm hitting it and I'm hitting it and I'm hitting it and I'm hitting it. And it's chipping away, and it's chipping away, right? And then the alarm goes off. Time's up. I didn't break down the door, right? And then you tell somebody else, okay, now it's your turn. Here's your bat, and you put them at the same door. And then they start hitting it. Boom. And then after 15 minutes, it breaks in. Boom. It opens up. And they say, oh, I'm stronger. So is the guy that did it the second time stronger than the guy that did it the first time? Or did the guy that did it second take advantage of the fact that the first guy did it? That's how your body is. When somebody beats on your body and beats on your body and beats on your body and beats on your body, and you get done, your body was beaten on. And the next time you go and you fight somebody and they beat on your body and beat on your body and beat on your body, you're dealing not only from the wear and tear of the second guy, you also have the wear and tear from the first guy. Right? And maybe if you got in a fight and somebody else had beat on your body and beat on your, like an Adrian Bronner may have clipped you and knocked you down. Right? Or you might have been in a fight with Kell Brook and he might have landed a lot of shots on you. And you might have been in a fight with Keith Thurman and Keith Thurman did a lot of work on you. And you got in a fight with Danny Garcia and Danny Garcia hit you a lot. Maybe that door is a little dented. You ever think about that? The fact that Terrence got him last. You act like that dude, you act like his body just magically, like he didn't get any older. Like he hadn't taken, like his punishment on his body just disappeared. Right? Dude, that stuff over time gets you, bro. And Errol Spence Jr. hit and beat on Sean Porter a lot. Okay? He took a lot of punishment in that fight, bro. So, dog, it's a false comparison. Anyway, Tom Davis in the building. Boots versus, I can't even pronounce that in the UK. Vanian, stop Josh Kelly. Good clout for Boots. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, man. Why am I so behind on that, bro? That was like the little Mayweather. Yeah. When did he get knocked out? Oh, he got knocked out. Oh, he got knocked out earlier this year. Yeah, he did. And after a majority draw of Ray Robinson, yeah, man, he went pop, bro. I didn't realize that was a knockout, though, man. Thank you, man, for putting me down on that. Yeah, dude, they ain't not going to get that boy. They're not feeding none of them boys to Boost none of them boys. You know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised if Mario Barrios beats him. I'll be surprised. Because he'll outbox Mario Barrios, bro. He going to knock out Mario Barrios. Jeffrey Brooks in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much, man. He said, Bud fights means nothing now. After all, Bud fight means nothing now. After all that talk, Bud needs some competition, and he did just that. Man, I tell you, y'all Spence fans, I didn't say it didn't mean anything. But, hey, man, I don't know who said it didn't mean anything. It's undisputed. It means a lot, man. It's undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Sean Teemer said, you can argue that Porter fought Spence. He wasn't the same. It seemed like he didn't have the motivation when he thought he was Spence. I mean, dude, he's just older. It's apples and oranges, bro. They both knocked him down. They both beat him. There's some people that want to give him a lot of extra credit, though, for that. You know what I mean? Yeah, but they're all damaged goods. They're all damaged goods. I'm not going to just disregard. I'm not going to just completely disregard the fact that he beat him. Duddy Left said, that's why y'all keep excusing Errol's car accident for him drinking. Hey, man, you got to get out of here, bro. Stop hating, dude. The man almost died. Shut up. How about that? First of all, man, shut up. Okay? Shut up. I'm happy the man is alive, man. Okay? How about you be grateful for the fact he's alive instead of trying to bring up crap like that, man. I ain't big on that, bro. I'm not big on the hatred, bro. What is this? Spence will leave the division and Crawford will take all the young lions and become undisputed, and y'all won't give him credit. Wait for it. Hey, dog, I ain't waiting for that. Why am I waiting on? Why in the world? Why in the world would I wait on some silliness like that, bro? That shit ain't never gonna happen, bro. Man, you have to just save that type of garbage and bring that type of garbage somewhere else, okay? Where you're said do your promo, OG. Absolutely, my bad. Hold on one second, man. Giz, absolutely, man. Make sure y'all. Hold on one second, man. What is this? Give me 1 second. Man. Hold on 1 second. Do. Man, come on. Oh, that's where it is. Okay. Hold on a second, man. Absolutely. Now I got it. Dude. All right, hold on, man. Let me do the promo real quick. Make sure y'all go over here. Make sure you guys go. Make sure you guys go sign up and support my business partner, my betting partner at busr.ag/Fanon. Use promotional code 150 and you're going to get big value on your money. These are my and honestly, I was absolutely got killed this weekend with my betting, but I did win on Amanda Serrano, who went the distance this weekend and got me my money. So y'all make sure y'all go over there, bro, and take care of that. And support me over there, man, because that is another way where we earn money. It does every time you use my promotional code over there and you sign over there, it does help the channel grow. Thank you very much, man. I'd appreciate you, man. Thank you for the reminder. King Juju said, Life of Sean. Spence beat Porter when he was a champion. Crawford beat Porter, who wasn't taking training seriously. Porter was still dropping podcast videos instead of trading for Bud. He was. He was, man. And on top of it, did you see how he looked like, how drained he looked? He was, man, that's messed up, man. They had him on the DAZN. They had him on the DAZN telecast, selling the fight, all kind of stuff, man. Mark Shepard said, people need to start listening when these boxers be talking. Spence said a while ago that he wanted to unify, and after that, he would entertain Bud or move up to 154. Yeah, he did. I mean, but they hold him responsible for that. It doesn't matter. Boxing will be better off if the winners get 60% and the losers get 40%. Maybe. That, I mean, if it was mandated, I don't know how they're going to mandate that. I I don't know how they're going to mandate. You know what that's going to make? People are going to use that not to make any fights that they ain't going to win. You know what? You know how that would work? See, that's what you call a slippery slope. If you get 60%, if the winner gets 60% and the loser gets 40%, you're never going to have cross promotional fights. And you're never going to have these guys fight guys that they can't beat. Because you don't have a mandatory situation. You don't have a mandatory situation to force them to fight. If they can't get more money for fighting a guy that they think they may lose to, they're not going to take the fight. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to take the fight. Because that only helps that particular scenario. That particular scenario only helps the fighter who will make less money. Because they have nothing to lose then. Because they're like, okay, yeah, I'll take the fights. I'll take the fight. Because if I win, I get, but why would Canelo take it? I mean, like, if I lose to this guy, he gets 60, I get 40, I'm not fighting him. Give me somebody I can beat. So I get my 60% every time. That disincentivizes the bigger name fighter to take any risk. Because the risk is so big. Now the risk is gigantic for him. Before, the risk was just in the ring. Now you're putting the risk on the paycheck too. They're not going to do that, bro. They're going to reject that shit right away. If they're smart, you know what I'm saying? If they're smart. So that's what I'm saying. When you come up with new rules, you got to understand how think through how they'll be applied. That right there will disincentivize people from taking fight. I'm not doing that. I'm going to fight him. Why? Because I'm not risking that 60%. No way. I'm not risking a 40% swing, bro. Because they get 20 and you lose 20. That's a 40% swing. They're not going to do that. T.Y. said, that's the Jamaican blood born in the fighting spirits. Tim Spence. Yeah, bro, that dude is not going to duck, man, which is why I don't even get with the criticism, man. Hey, look, man, we got 519 people in the building, 500 likes, man. Y'all make sure come on, man, get the likes up, man. Get the likes up, man. I agree 100%, Jeffrey Brooks said, you can't disrespect Bud because Porter wasn't ready. Y'all funny. Yeah, you can't. You can't. But I'm just saying, it is what it is, bro. David Mulba said, Boots beats Crawford. I think Spence beats Ennis close. Yeah, I mean, that's good. Dude, I think he's going to, in 3 years, both of them. Okay? Like, I'm telling you, 3 years from now, Jerron beats both of them. That's why I say Jerron need to chill. Jerron be smart to chill. And do like Canelo did. Catch them when they're older. Catch them when they're older. And mop them up. You know what I mean? Catch them when they're older, mop them up. But Bud ain't got nowhere to go. Bud only has retirement to run to from Boots. I said, now they want to change the rules for Bud. Get real. Hey, you know what it is. It's me again in the building, man. It says Spence will leave the division after the fight with Ugas. Then Crawford will beat all the young. Hey, dude, that's a spam, brother. I already did that one. It's me again. I already did that. I read that, bro. Spence will leave the division after the fight with Ugas. Then Crawford will beat all the young lions, become undisputed, and y'all not going to give him credit. Ain't no way that shit's happening. He ain't going to do that. Ain't no way. He'd be fighting the young lions now. Why didn't he fight him now? Start now. Start now. You know what I'm saying? Start now. Fight him next. He ain't got a fight coming up. He can fight him now. If Bud is going to get all the young lions, why don't he fight him now? Virgil Ortiz is number 2, is number 1, and Jerron's number 2. Go ahead and start now. Let's start the ball rolling. Go ahead and fight Virgil Ortiz. But seriously though, if they fought if they gave Virgil Ortiz that fight, bro, that'd be wrong. Virgil Ortiz, man, let that man have a little time. You know what I mean? Let Virgil and them young boys work that out, bro. The Ghost SPG said Dave Morrell versus Clownello. Who you think wins? At this point in time, I'll say Canelo. But, give it a little bit of time, Darrell. David Morrell. I'm going to tell you who they're going to say. Oh, who is Morrell? What has Morrell done? Morrell? Oh, my God. Who's Morrell beaten? What's Morrell done? ain't never uttered that word about Canelo in their life. You know what I'm saying? Who did Canelo beat to deserve this fight with Shane Mosley? You know what I mean? Come on, man. These dudes be funny, bro. They ain't funny with it, man. Marvin Banks in the building. Said Bud is going to sit on the shelf and wait for Spence to continue to do the heavy work. I mean, you know. Duke Williams said, Duke says, oh no, man, back up. Let me back this up. Boots versus Ortiz versus Boots. Why not? I mean, I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind it. I'm being a little protective of Virgil Ortiz, man, because I don't want to see Virgil get beat that easy. I like Virgil Ortiz, man. I'm a closet Virgil Ortiz fan, bro. I like Virgil Ortiz. And I think Virgil Ortiz needs a couple more fights. That's a big, strong boy. That's a big, strong boy. And he's about to get bigger and stronger. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Breeze said, no, who did Canelo beat to deserve Floyd? Oh, and no, it ain't. Oh, dog. Hey, Drizzy Breeze, I swear ain't nothing more funny to me than the excuse these cats come up with Canelo Alvarez losing to a blown-up featherweight. Man, y'all want to talk about Andre Ward. Dude, Andre Ward did not lose to a blown-up featherweight, man. You cannot get, dude, that loss does not go away. That does not go away. Okay? He lost to that man. That man moved up in weight and snatched his shiznit. Okay? He moved up in weight and snatched that man, took that money right out that boy's pocket. Yeah. And they thought they had him. You thought you had him, bro. You thought you had him. You thought you had him. I remember that conversation. And matter of fact, my man Blood Boxing, I hope Blood Boxing out there. Blood Boxing, I'm going to put Blood Boxing on the spot because that's my guy. Blood Boxing at the time was like, sorry about that, bro. Yeah, I got a little funny business with did me a little bit wrong there, bro. I'm back. Let me make sure y'all can hear me, though. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Why can't y'all? Sound is still off? Y'all can hear me now? Okay, cool. Y'all can hear me now? Oh, that's because of this. All right, that sound is, there you go. All right, cool. I don't know why I can't hear on my computer. Oh, that's because it's mic. Ah, geez, I got this new thing, bro. These dudes. Where is the mic thing on this, man? Man, but y'all can hear me, bro? Okay, cool. All right, so I'll move on. Man, this thing, I got this new, I moved up my, went to Windows 11, and now they got all kind of nonsense in here preventing me from doing where I can't really see. Where's the? Ugh. Anyway, we're good, so I'll keep rolling, man. Hopefully. Yeah. All right, cool. I got it. Thank you. All right, man. So, yeah, I had to turn that down. So we can hear you cool. Fanon just demonstrated what Spence going to do to Bud. Knocked the sound off. Yeah. My bad, man. Sorry about that, man. Yeah, I had to turn that mic down a little bit, man. That once it jumped in and jumped out, it was tough. Hey, y'all, look, man, we still got 400 people. Some people jumped off the chat because because my sound went out. But y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Man, I got excited, man, and messed up my live stream, bro. Said just turn. I'm gonna turn it up about right there. There you go. All right, said Crawford needs. Wait, what's going on? Said 214, man. Good morning, man. It's me again. Say Canelo could never be pound for pound number one. He got caught on PEDs and made his own weight division. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of at this point in time, kind of ridiculous, bro. But it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Mark Shepard said Bud needs to fight. Bud needs to fight Danny Garcia and Thurman next year. May 2023 fight Spence. Go talk to Al, my boy. Oh yeah, but they're not. That's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen, bro. He's out, bro. What did Blood say? No, Blood Boxing. Oh yeah, there you go. Blood Boxing said that if this is, I'm telling you this out because I remember this stuff. Everybody was saying Floyd Mayweather Jr. was ducking Canelo. He was ducking Canelo. That's where that conversation came up. Because Canelo Alvarez was coming up in the ranks. Canelo Alvarez was a 154-pound champion. And these guys were like, Canelo Alvarez is going to be the next big star. Floyd Mayweather Jr. was ducking Canelo Alvarez. So Floyd said, I'll fight Canelo. And it was a surprise. Nobody thought Floyd was going to move up in weight to fight Canelo Alvarez. So Floyd said, I'll fight him. And Floyd moved up. And Blood Boxing said on video that he would give Floyd Mayweather Jr. full credit for beating Canelo Alvarez if he took that fight. And so when he took that fight, and I'm not going to say, Blood still wasn't high on him after that. However, I just say that to remind people that, dude, people thought that you can't say that Errol said, if you was Bud's manager, what would you do? That's my man. Just pay the man. If I was his manager, what would I do? I would try to get a fight with a PBC fighter. That's what I would do. Much love in that Cash App, brother. Thank you so much, man. Somebody messing with your channel, bro. We can't hear you. Oh, you just got to move up in the chat a little bit. Damon Holland said, you was getting too hyped. The powers didn't like you talking bad about Nello. Ha! You know what it is. They didn't like me slamming. I actually slammed down on my desktop about Canelo. Yeah, man, these cats want to act like they didn't think Canelo was going to win that fight. Like they want to misremember that people were throwing Canelo Alvarez in Floyd Mayweather's face. And then Floyd said, I'll take him. I'll fight him. And when he fought him, he beat him, and he beat him easy. You can't write that loss off, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to act like, oh, well, that was so long ago for Canelo. He was man, that man had 40 fights. 40 fights. You realize that legitimate fights, that Floyd Mayweather only has 49 legitimate fights? I don't count that Conor McGregor crap for 50-0. That's Conor McGregor, man. Stop. You know what I'm saying? He cheated on that. He cheated on that 50th. You know what I mean? He cheated on that 50th. But he cheated on that 50th. I'm not giving him that. I ain't giving him that 50th, bro. You don't get no credit for Conor McGregor for a professional boxing win in his very first fight, man. Floyd beat Canelo when Canelo was in his prime, man. Exactly. Canelo Alvarez had 40 fights at the time that he lost that fight. So y'all can kick rocks with how young he was. He had defended his title 6 times. 40 wins, and he was I think he had the WBA title. I think it might have been the WBA, and defended it 6 times. But now, but he was so young. He was just, so what? He was older than Muhammad Ali was. You know what I'm saying? He was older than Muhammad Ali was when Muhammad Ali beat Sonny Liston. All right, so spare me. The man turned pro at 16. The man was like a damn near a 10-year. He's damn near he was a damn near a 10-year. 23 isn't in his prime? Really? 23 is not in your prime, huh? How old was Mike Tyson when Mike Tyson was in his prime? Dumbass. Juan. How old was Mike Tyson's prime? Dumbass. Juan. Huh? How old was his prime? Huh? I think Mike Tyson's prime when he was like, what? 22, 23? Huh? That's your prime, bro. You got 40 fights, dummy. 40 fights. 40 fights. 40. The man had 40 fights. 40. He didn't have 20. He didn't have 15. He didn't have 30. He had 40 fights. He was 23 years old with 40 fights and 6 title defenses at 154 pounds. Anybody else, that's his prime. And he was undefeated. He ain't undefeated now. If you got 40 fights, you're 23 years old with 40 fights, how much more experience does the man need? Physically speaking, 23 years old is your prime. You are not any more athletic when you are 26 than when you are 23. With 26, you hit your physical prime right around 23. Usually, with experience, you hit your mental prime with 5 or 6 years of experience. 5 or 6 years of experience. Experience is the number of times you fought. At 26, you're more experienced, usually, because a lot of 23-year-olds only have 19 fights. 19 fights, 18 fights, 20 fights, 27 fights. Canelo Alvarez had 40 fights. Mo, watch. Canelo Alvarez, probably not should be doing this. Canelo Alvarez, make sure I'm telling the truth. I will. First of all, right now, the man got more fights than Floyd Mayweather Jr. ever had. Right now, he's got, what, 58? He's got 60 fights right now. 60. With Floyd Mayweather Jr., he had the WBA and the WBC super welterweight title as one. Josecito Lopez for the WBA, the WBC, that's 2. Shane Mosley for the WBC, that's 3. Kermit Citron, that's 4. Alfonso Gomez, that's 5. Ryan Rhodes, that's 6. And he won it against Matthew Hatton. That would be his 7th. That would be his 7th. That would be his 7th title fight. So yes, 7 title fights. He had already fought Kermit Citron. He had already beaten Shane Mosley. Who else had he beaten by that time? Let me go through this. He had beaten Kermit. He had beaten Josecito Lopez. He had beaten Shane Mosley. He had beaten Kermit Citron. He won the title against Matthew Hatton. Then Alfonso Gomez. Yeah, dude. He had been a champion for 3 years. For 2 years. And he had 6 title defenses and 40 fights. He only had 4 less fights than Mayweather had himself. He only had 4 fewer fights than Mayweather had. Floyd is an anomaly in boxing, bro. Floyd is a little dude that beat Canelo Alvarez. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is, bro. Floyd had that red hair popping well, it's not the juicing. You know what I'm saying? And that's when he decided to get on that juice. But anyway, you know what it is. I mean, come on, man. Anyway, Canelo Alvarez was definitely in his prime when he fought Floyd. He had 6 title defenses of the WBC title, and Floyd snatched that WBC belt up off of him. And that is why the WBC to this day, oh, we never want to lose Canelo Alvarez again. Man, come on, bro. Y'all be lying. Y'all just be doing just get out of here, bro. He ain't. He's not he's a great fighter. I don't know what's maybe if you call. I don't know, man. Yeah, I think that I don't find him as an anomaly, bro. I don't think the man's an anomaly. Hold on a second. All right, cool. I got that. Bonton, what's going on, Bonton South D-Town? Said, and don't forget Floyd Mayweather was fighting at 147. He went up and he fought Canelo at 152, gave Canelo advantage and beat him. Exactly, bro. Kamel Page said, for 9, why no one want to fight Boots? Because Boots is a very difficult fight. But look, man, ain't nobody ducking Boots yet now. Those regular dudes probably don't want to fight him. But come on, man. It's because he's a killer. That's obvious why people wouldn't want to fight him. Because more than likely they're going to lose, man. Martin Ramirez said, physical prime, yes, but not in his boxing career. Dude, Martin Ramirez, he had 40 fights. Canelo Alvarez is not a lick better fighter now than he was when he fought Floyd, man. He's not any better, bro. And in fact, man, honestly, I thought he looked better then than he looks now. Right now, he's plotting behind. Right now, he's fighting a bunch of dudes that can't got a shot. I mean, you guys can hide. I mean, seriously, he was fighting competition back then. He's not fighting real competition right now. He's taking soft touches right now. He looked better then. Really? That's from me. He looks better now. He looked better then than he looks now. He looks more athletic. He looked more athletic then than he does now. He's got all that muscle sitting on top of him looking for one-punch knockouts right now. He looks like a plodding fighter right now to me. I don't think he is in his physical prime at all. I think all that wear and tear is on him. Dude got 60 fights, bro. Caleb Plant a soft touch. You don't think he is? You don't think Caleb Plant? Who you think? You think Caleb Plant is what? Caleb Plant is a good fighter. He ain't Erislandy Lara. He's not Floyd Mayweather. He's not Gennady Golovkin. Do you think he is? But no, and by the way, though, that's about the best guy he fought. How about Callum Smith? Do you think Callum Smith is a soft touch? Billy Joe Saunders, who quit, flat out quit. What about Yaldemir? Is Yaldemir a soft touch? Am I wrong in saying Yaldemir is a soft touch? And Rocky Fielding? Rocky Fielding a soft touch? Man, it is what it is, bro. I'm off Canelo, bro. Caleb Plant is bigger, is a better he who must not be named. Great boxers, no power. Oh, Caleb Plant is a bigger he who must not be named. Great boxers, no power, soft touch. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, dude, I don't think he's fighting the best competition. You guys, some of you are just focusing on how many belts he's fighting for. He's fighting, but it's amazing though, ain't it? It's amazing when you're fighting champions and you're Canelo, how they all understand. But if it's Errol fighting all the champions, oh, you understand. Oh, no, you got to fight the guy with the best. You got to fight the best guy, you know? Anyway, Duke Williams said, if you're giving Errol credit for just going after bets, do the same for Canelo coming from a Spence fan. First of all, Duke, if I give Errol credit for going after the belts, for just going after the belts, I don't think he just went after the belts. Then give Canelo the same? Okay, great. He can have the same. He's undisputed. I don't care what order he got 168 pounds. I don't care. But guess what? That fight's over. I never said I had a problem with him fighting Caleb Plant, had him fighting being undisputed at 160. Never said I did. Never said it. I had a problem moving out of 160 without fighting Charlo and moving out of 160 without fighting Andrade. Errol ain't left the weight division yet. Has he, Mr. Errol Spence Jr. fan? Has Errol ever left the weight division and not fought somebody in the weight division below? Mr. Errol fan? Did he? The answer to that question is no, he is not. Errol Spence Jr. has been 147, won belts in 147, and is still fighting everybody in 147. Canelo did not do that. Canelo Alvarez had 3 of the 4 belts at 168 and 160 and didn't fight Sergey Deverenchenko. He got franchised at 160 and did not fight his mandatory. He moved up a weight division without fighting his mandatories. Got it? If he had not done that, I wouldn't say anything. I'd be like, oh, he cleared out 160 and he moved up to 168. And then he beat the guys with the belts at 168. I don't have a problem that he fought Caleb Plant before he fought Yaldemir. And the WBC gave him Yaldemir too, bro. The WBC gave a man Yaldemir. Ordered a Yaldemir fight for the vacant belt, bro. Come on, man. Yaldemir had already been knocked out coming fresh off a knockout from what's that, man? Come on, man. Y'all just stop with all that Canelo shit. Canelo ducked the cats at 160 is the problem. He didn't duck anybody in 154. 154, great job. 154, he fought a lot of cats at 154. Actually he did. He didn't fight Charlo at 154. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. I'm just telling you. Yeah, he fought Yaldemir he got the WBC belt off of Yaldemir. For a vacant. You don't think the WBC kind of gave him a duck there? Said, oh yeah, fight for our belt, the easy one. Here's an easy one, bro. Here's an easy one. But anyway, no, man. So I'm waiting for your comment. I wouldn't have had any problem if all he did was go to 168 and he didn't fight somebody at 168. I wouldn't have had a problem. But anyway, you messing with my views talking about Canelo, bro. I don't care about Canelo right now, bro. Anyway, man, boxing is a WWE. I told Crawford, what is that, Danny? What do you mean, Danny Jackson? It's a WWE. But yeah, I don't want to talk about any more Canelo, man. Seriously, Canelo fans get on my nerves beyond belief. But Duke Williams said content. What is it? Oh, Duke Williams said best content. Hit the like. Thank you, Duke. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, man, y'all hit that like, man. Let me see. Did we get over 600 likes? Yeah, man, come on. Hey, man, y'all hit another like. We got a couple more likes. We get to 600, man. Get the likes over 600, man. I greatly appreciate it, man. Crush on 3 said the amount of fights in welterweight by title holders are few and far in between. Yeah, I think you can blame that on the. I actually think that we got a lot of fights in the welterweight division since we've been in a damn pandemic. You know, considering everything that's happened. You know, and dude, people also another thing. Y'all forget act like there wasn't a pandemic. You know what I'm saying? The man came off a car accident and in the middle of a pandemic and fought Danny Garcia. Copper Aborigine say, y'all still saying Errol can't compete with Bud. Now it's he can't compete with Ugas. Sounds like y'all hating on Spence. Charlo offered Bud 50-50 at 154. Y'all can go talk to the Charlo fans. Yeah, man, go on up there, bro. Go on up there, bro. Go on up there and take that 50-50 up there, dog. Lemaire Watkins said he didn't fight Andrade at 154 when he was Boo Boo's mandatory, and when he got stripped, he fought Smith. Oh, is that what it happened? Oh yeah, that whole Smith thing. Oh, and on top of it, bro, they moved the WBO? The WBO moved Austin Trout out of the rankings so that Liam Smith could fight Canelo. That's like they just miraculously removed Austin Trout from the rankings so that Canelo could get that fight, man. I'm trying to tell you, man, Canelo is they another level with that Canelo stuff. They miss Oscar De La Hoya really bad, bro. They're like, man, we need Oscar back. We need Oscar back. Canelo can be the new Oscar. That he ain't the new Floyd. He's the new Oscar. Except for Oscar fought everybody. And he's not as big as Oscar De La Hoya either. Everyone you need said, I don't know. I know you don't like the fake boxing, but I know you seen the highlights of Jake Paul. Yeah, that was ugly, man. Absolutely, bro. That was an ugly knockout. That shit was real nasty how he knocked him out, though. You know what is really funny, though? ESPN is really funny, bro. This dude from ESPN acted like they want to get that man Fighter of the Year. They said this is the year. No, I'm serious. He is. Fahim, he is. Dude, he came up. They started promoting him right on the downfall of Oscar, on the fall of Oscar De La Hoya. And he's a Golden Boy fighter. How long was he with Oscar? Oscar signed him, right? Oscar signed him as he was still fighting, by the way, signed Canelo Alvarez. And then they gave him every shot, put him on all those cards when Floyd was still fighting, when Mayweather was fighting with Golden Boy. No joke. That's who he is. He's a new Oscar. He is. He's the Mexican champ. He's the Mexican champ. And that's why they keep responding with that stuff. You're just mad that a Mexican is the face of boxing. Bro, I wasn't mad when Oscar De La Hoya was as close to the face of boxing as there was, because he was fighting everybody, man. It wasn't, dude. And by the way, Canelo ain't even as big as those dudes. Canelo just bigger than everybody else right now, and that he is. Danny Jackson, Canelo's first fight was my fighter. I managed Larry Mosley. We had 1 month to prepare, losing 32 pounds. Oscar and Eric Gomez rushed us to the fight. Yeah, that's how they do you. Yeah, that's how they do you. That's how they did Mikey Garcia against that Spanish boy. That's how they suckered Mikey Garcia into that loss. You know? Hey, Fanon, watch the signal Woodley gave Paul to hit him. Look, man, I saw this. I'm not going to say that I thought he gave him a signal, but I will say this. He telegraphed the shit out of that, because he did this like 3 times. I was like, dude, he's mighty in rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, why you 1, 2, boom. Caught him hard. 1, 2, 3. And I'm not saying that it's a signal, because I don't know if he did it on purpose or not. I was like, dude, why do you keep dropping your hand? He literally did this. 1, 2, 3. Like, dude, they're going to time that, bro. Like, what's that? He was like, and then right when he did it, boom, caught him. Tiger Stripe, you behind on the chat. Carver Aberration said, man, I thought I was the only one that saw that. No, man, it was like, dude, I'm not saying that he did that. I'm not going to say that he did it on purpose. I'm just saying that spot got telegraphed like 3 times, because he didn't hold it up. If he was tired, he should have backed up. He went 1, 2, and then right when he started coming, boom, got him. You know, I'm not gonna say he threw it, but he definitely telegraphed. That opening was telegraphed. It's definitely telegraphed. And maybe he did it because he was tired. But dude, he just dropped his hands 3 times before that. Fanon, Jake Paul shook his wrist for Woodley to drop his guard. Hey man, seriously though, all of that shit. I mean, man, you know what it is. Hey man, Errol Spence is way bigger name. Once he gets all the belts, he's fighting the best competition. Need a wrench. Hey, wait a little bit for that, man. Tevin Turner said, Bud haters tripping, you clearly threat. Your Bud haters tripping, you clearly threaten. I can't see y'all. Will y'all stop blocking the haters so I can see some of these hating comments? Y'all shooting cats and I ain't got a chance to talk about nothing. All right, y'all forced me into talking about Canelo for the last 30 minutes because I can't see that, because I can't see the Terrence Crawford comments. Okay, and I don't want to have to switch, bro. Man, Fanon, you on the side of truth. It is what it is, dude. If you can't make a coherent argument, that's not my fault. KTY, it's not my fault. I'm telling the truth. The reason I'm on his side, because that's where the truth is. If the truth goes over there, then I'll go over there. Okay? The surefire way to get me to be on your side is be correct. Okay? If you're correct, I'm either gonna shut up in the case of Deontay Wilder and whether or not he was going to beat Tyson Fury. I'm either gonna shut up, right? Or I'm gonna be on your side. Is what it is, man. Yeah, but you guys are accusing Errol of things, and you want me to agree with you, bro. It's just what it is. I'm not gonna agree with shit if you're wrong. You can say it's facts, but that's not a fact. That's your opinion. I'm not on his side. He ain't anywhere around me. That's metaphorical. That's metaphorical. When Errol Spence Jr. said he didn't want to fight, he said he dropped his hands because he failed. Yeah, I mean, dude, I can't say why he did it. All I know is he dropped his hands like 3 times before he got hit with that shot. And that was a very big shot for a very juiced up guy. Because if you know, Jake Paul is on that juice, bro. 100. If he ain't on that juice, man, please, man. Copper Aborigine said, Charlo offered Bud 50-50 at 50-54. Who those Bud fans seen that Thursday? It's Monday and they ain't saying ish about it. You know what to smoke. Mark Bassett said, I want to see. Danny Jackson said, Canelo once said, as Oscar said, we want to unite the Mexican fighters to take over boxing. I mean, that's fine. They want to take over boxing. That's cool. But take over boxing in the ring. If he can beat everybody, he can beat everybody. It's what it is. It's if that's the case, then fight everybody, and that's all right. No worries. Take over boxing by beating guys in the ring. You know? I want to see, like, seriously, just if he beats the guys in the ring and he winds up being the best, you can't have an issue. You really can't have an issue with that. You know what I mean? I didn't want Tyson Fury to beat Deontay Wilder, but he did. And he did, and it is what it is. And not going to be salty about that. I had Vladimir Klitschko was the top heavyweight for years and years and years. I was not a big Vladimir Klitschko fan because he bored me to death. But it is what it is. The man he proved that he's the best in the division, and it is what it is. Giovanni Walker, much love in that super chat, bro. Why do trolls wait for opportunity to get at you? Because they got a crush. They like me. They like me. You know what I'm saying? They like me. That's why they do. But I don't see them because you guys get rid of them so fast. Let me go down here, man. Hey, y'all, we got 487. Come on, get them likes over 700, man. PA said Mexican boxers lose too much to black fighters to take over boxing. Yeah, but it's just, it's metaphorical, man. They got a fighter. They got a fighter in Canelo Alvarez that is one of the best fighters in boxing. That is a really big draw, and there's nothing wrong with him being excited about it, bro. There's nothing wrong with him being excited about it. The only problem is when you crap on cats and act like nobody else is doing anything, bro. William Washington said Charlo is just running interference for his boy Spence. Don't be fooled, man. Come on, man. DJ Air Alert said, "Hey, for now, what's going on with DJ Air Alert? How you feeling, brother? Hold on, man. I gotta see DJ Air Alert. Yeah, DJ Air Alert in the building. What's going on, man?" Larry Smith said, "You'll never find me on Latino channel hating." Nah. Oh, PA. What is PA talking about? Jay McClown. Nah, dude. Paul was giving him so many signals. I don't know what that is. Y'all talking about that Jake Paul nonsense, man. I could care less. I could care less and less about Jake Paul, bro. Whatever is necessary. Bud too smart for Charlo, and his defense is suspect. Yeah, Bud is gonna get, but Charlo's a really good fighter, man. Do not lunch, bro. And by the way, it was Bud that said he was considering moving up to 154. Bud said he may go up to 154. So that door got opened up by Bud. Copper Aborigine said, "Come on, y'all. What y'all got to say about 50-50? Dude, he ain't going to take that fight, man. Come on, man. We need the Bud. See here, Copper Aborigines, I'm going to side with Bud. Bud does not need to move up there and do that, man. Bud don't need to do that now. I thought Bud would need to do that if Errol did not get that fight with Ugas. Now that fight is there, Bud needs to stay right where Bud is, bro. Bud needs to stay right at 147 and fight Errol Spence. If Bud goes to 154, that's ducking. And I would be disappointed in Bud if he goes to 154. That he don't need to go to 154 now. He's one fight away. He can sit on his ass for a year for all I care. Because I know he ain't about to, because I know he's not going to get a real competitive fight. Because my understanding is somebody said the most likely fight for him is Regis Prograis. And I wouldn't be surprised because he and Regis Prograis were chopping it up. He may fight Regis Prograis for all we know. Danny Jackson said, we need to talk one day. I'm the one that negotiated and forced Oscar to fight Shane Mosley. If anyone don't believe me, call Bruce Trample at Top Rank. Hey, Danny Jackson, hit me on the Instagram, man. Let me know you're Danny Jackson and hit me on the Instagram, bro. We can talk for sure. Absolutely. It'd be good, man. Maj Payne said, Canelo fighting for those fans that doesn't know the difference between a bum cherry pick. Man, Canelo a really good fighter, man. I just want to see him fight. Honestly, bro, I just really want to see him fight Charlo. I want to see Canelo Charlo. And that shit just got swept completely under the rug because he's going up. I didn't like the Kovalev fight, and I don't like that Makabu fight. Those are the only real fights I'm like, man, will you come on? If you're going to be at 160, fight at one. If you're going to be at 168, fight at 168. You know what I mean? Fight at 168. David Benavidez, Fahim said Canelo a really good juicer. I mean, you know, it is what it is now. It is what it is, man. Bontown South D-Town said Mexican fighters and so-called black fighters lose to each other. So not one race will take over the sport of boxing. Absolutely not, man. And black fighters ain't going nowhere, bro, because we got plenty of them. Much love in that super chat, bro. If Thurman wins and looks good, what are his chances against Crawford? I still think it's Crawford. I don't care what he does. I think his chance is about 30%. But I'm going to tell you, man, that's going to be an interesting fight because they're both good at the same things. They're both good at the same things. Keith Thurman is a smart fighter, man. It's just, it's just what it is. He is older. Canelo juicing and ducking. Yeah, y'all ain't big on Canelo, man. I get sick of talking about Canelo, honestly. It's me again. Spence will have an IBF mandatory after the Ugas fight. We got the WBA Mando. He's not fighting Crawford. You know it, bro. Come on. I believe he's going to fight him. I believe he'll fight him. I think the IBF will let him do it. The IBF let Ndungo go do it. That's the same situation that Ndungo was with Terrence Crawford. Ndungo had Sergey Lipinets. Why wouldn't they allow him to do that? And on top of it, they don't have a mandatory yet. He does not have an IBF mandatory. He did that. He's not been mandated to fight anybody in the IBF. Myron Jackson in the building said, who has Spence fought on a level of Crawford? I don't know. Nobody. Myron, who has Terrence Crawford fought on the level of Errol Spence? Nobody. It's the same for both guys, man. It's the same for both guys, bro. It's the same for both guys. They're both in the same situation, bro. William Washington said Thurman can't take that body work. Yeah, that's going to be difficult for him. No joke, man. Yeah, like, dude, it's same on both sides of that, man. It's same on both sides, man. DJ Air Alert said Boots wants all that smoke. Yeah, man, I can't wait, bro, to see that, dog. No joke. Bud ain't fought no champions, letting Errol get all the leverage. He hasn't fought any champions since he's been there. He fought Jeff. He even had a soft touch getting it. Like, that's the boot, man. He even had a soft touch getting it. He had a soft touch getting the belt with Jeff Horn, man. He fought Jeff Horn to get it. So that's why I don't even understand why y'all be on Errol's record at all. You know what I'm saying? Bud does not have a single, he really does not, he does not have an outstanding fight at welterweight. Not an outstanding one. I mean, I'm glad. It's like, dude, you know that stuff is bad when you get excited about the fact that he was fighting Sean Porter. Coming off multiple losses. You know what I mean? It'll tell you. I'm telling you, that level of competition going to pick up. I'm telling you, man, that's the worry that's the worry I got for Terrence. Errol is used to being in fights where guys are fighting back. He ain't used, he's not fighting leftover guys, dude. He's fighting fresh guys. Fresh guys. Terrence not really doing that, bro. You know what I mean? It's just whether he's cherry picking or that's just the circumstance, bro. It's me again. Oh, making up BS is what it is, man. Mark Best has said, Andre Charlo, how you feel about that matchup? That's my only beef with Jamal Charlo. That fight should happen. I'm with the Canelo Alvarez fans on that. That fight should happen. That is a no-brainer fight that those guys should make, man. And Jamal Charlo doesn't have any excuse not to fight Demetrius Andrade. In fact, I'll go so far as to say Jamal Charlo's ducking Demetrius Andrade. I'm not with that no more, man. That fight with Jermell and Demetrius Andrade was so long ago, bro. You got to sweep that under the rug, man. That was years ago, man. It's time to let that go, man. You know what I mean? But they say, hey, yeah, what do you have to gain from fighting Demetrius Andrade? You got that WBO belt. You got the WBO belt to gain from fighting him. You know, why not? But they're also, so quiet as kept. The guy that they're really waiting on is Gennady Golovkin. Strilla said, what do you think Boots can do you think Boots can beat the top guys in the division? Yeah, I absolutely believe he has the ability to. I won't know if that experience is something. And those guys are killers up there. Errol Spence Jr. is a killer, bro. So is Terrence Crawford, man. Those are really, really tough fights, bro. So I think he has the ability to do it. I can't say for sure whether or not he's going to do it. You know what I mean? Josh Williams said when they 135 move up and they become 147, the 140 will be the 140 is going to come up to 147. 140 is almost never the money division. 140, first of all, those guys in 140 are already 147 pounders. They're already there. Some of them may be blown up lightweights, though, like Regis Prograis. If Regis Prograis probably just if he had just a little less body mass, he should be at 135 pounds. If he had just a little less body mass, he should be at 135 pounds. But Josh Taylor is a welterweight for sure. No doubt about it. Oh, yeah, 147 is, but 147 is the money division now. There are bigger money fights in 147 than there are at anywhere else. Now that Deontay Wilder lost. Oh, said Fanon at 154. Yeah, exactly. That's why, that's me doing that matchmaking stuff, not them. But yeah, man, dude, the biggest money fights are at welterweight. Probably the biggest fight might be the biggest fight in boxing because I'm not sure who Canelo can fight to do more than what he did against Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? Winning football, who's the face of boxing? There is none. There is none. There is no face of boxing. There's nobody that people are sitting around waiting to see fight. You got Canelo Alvarez, who's the biggest name in Mexico. He's the biggest Mexican name. There is no face of boxing. In my opinion, when I think of boxing, bro, I don't wake up thinking about Canelo. Floyd Mayweather Jr., dude, was a face of boxing because he was pretty much, everybody wanted to know who he was fighting. Everybody was talking about that was the face of boxing, was Floyd Mayweather Jr. Or the fight was Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. Right? That's who you thought of. But nah, man, Tyson Fury ain't the face of UK boxing, let alone, bro. Malik Murray, you joking? Tyson Fury doesn't even have really a big fan base. Tyson, I'm telling you, man, that's why Tyson Fury's going to go fight in the UK. Tyson Fury's not going to be fighting in the United States. His fights are over there in the UK. And man, no, Tank ain't the face of boxing, bro. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Tank is not the face of boxing. No, not even remotely close. Errol is not the face of boxing. Canelo ain't the face. There is no face of boxing. There isn't. Justin Ty Lin said, how do you feel about Brooke and Khan? I mean, I'll watch it. It'll be an entertaining afternoon. If I had to pay for it, I would pay to watch it because of how the history behind it. But I think it's, it's kind of like it's 2 steps from Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Oscar De La Hoya 2. Matter of fact, there you go. I would say it's kind of like that. Yeah, Tank is on pay-per-view, but you know why they're putting them on pay-per-view to save money. Yeah, exactly. Brian Eldridge said the face of boxing, no clear-cut favorite. Yeah, ain't nothing there. Nobody really. I would say there is no face of boxing. Downtown South D-Town said, you the face of boxing when everybody have a fight party, Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, exactly. Is there Canelo fight parties going on? That is a good test. There's no fight, but there will be I'm telling you, there's a fight party for Errol Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford. That's going to be a fight party. Because that's when your pay-per-view goes, that's when everything is going well, when everybody wants to see a fight. And that's another thing, like people always talk about the face of boxing. What's the big fight in boxing? What's the big fight in boxing? Canelo doesn't have a fight. They don't even want Canelo to have a fight. Canelo got all these accolades. Canelo has accolades, but he doesn't have a fight out there. I can't wait to see Canelo fight this guy. I can't wait to see Canelo fight that guy. It's just not there, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all, get the likes over 800, man. Y'all hit that get the likes over 700 for me, man, please. What? Josh Williams said, are you kidding me? Josh Williams said the face of boxing is Eddie Hearn. That man is making it. Man, that man ruined the heavyweights, man. That man blew it. That man blew it. That man blew it in the heavyweight division. Blew it. Had the biggest fight in boxing sitting right there on his plate and didn't want to do it so he could coast out. So he could coast out Anthony Joshua. And it went pop on him. I can't get that. You never gonna hear me say that about him, man. William Washington said, I watched Boots' last amateur 3 fights. Y'all want to keep bringing up Gary Russell, man. Come on, man. That man a pro, man. That was years ago. Errol and Bud equals hot wings, drinks, and ish. You know that. Absolutely, bro. No doubt about it, man. GGG, please stop. Yeah, you know what it is. They on that, man. You on that mess, man. Danny Jackson said, Roger told me at his house when we were talking boxing that Floyd wouldn't have a chance against Sugar Ray Robinson. Yeah, I mean, dude, he wouldn't beat him. He's too small. Too small. Bro, if you want to really hear realistic conversations about Floyd Mayweather as a boxer, listen to the Mayweathers. Listen to... Wow, you just pulling out Gary. Gary has had 7 fights since like 2012. Yeah, he fights once a year. Look, man, if you ever want to hear a realistic assessment of Floyd Mayweather Jr., listen to the Mayweathers. They always give the uncles, Roger Mayweather, rest in peace. Jeff Mayweather and his father. They give very realistic conversations about him, man. Very realistic. Because they said, look, man, he said that they thought, hey, my man, hey, what's going on? Hey, had a hustler said, for Voldemort, ain't Voldemort at 23, 24. Much love to the chat, bro. Much love to that Cash App, bro. Thank you so much, man. Oh, man, bro, that's hilarious, man. It is what it is, man. Yeah, dude, he's just too big. But they'll give you. They're very realistic about him, man. They don't go into all that other stuff, man. They're very realistic with him, bro. Very realistic, man. They said that because Jeff Mayweather was like, man, he said when talking about how Floyd would do with Terrence Crawford, he's like, I'm not saying it will be an easy fight with Terrence and Floyd. Like, That would be a difficult fight for Floyd. He said Terrence Crawford were. Terrence Crawford would be a difficult fight for Floyd Mayweather. That's what Jeff Mayweather said. You know what I mean? So if he believes that, you got to come on me. You got to get that man some of his, I give him credit for being honest, because everybody just wants to act like, one fighter will destroy everybody. Like he's just in the ring by himself all the time. Floyd, it's possible to give Floyd a good fight, man. Floyd's had good fights. Canelo's had good fights. You know what I mean? Mayweather is a very, very good fighter, bro. Milwaukee Money said boxing effed up because everybody want to be Floyd 50-0. Much love in that super chat, bro. He said, you spot on, Fanon, Errol, and Crawford's fight party. Exactly. But look, man, I got to get out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat, man. Thank you to everybody that blessed the super chat and the cash apps this morning. Make sure y'all check me out tomorrow morning, and I'll be back. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.